I'm back. Working on Angus again. Frustrated. You know how it goes, but gotta push through it. So today we are going through and adjusting up our push rods. If you remember, pulled some of them out and they have shininess on the one side, the other side is not. And could have been from this trunnion upgrade not really working that well with the old stuff or what. But going through, I have right now 4 push rods. We're going to go through both the intake and the exhaust on number 2 are, they got like this, I don't know, stainless steel looking stuff on this one end and the other side's chrome. So I'm going to go through, replace the ones that are bad, just double check them. I got to order up 12 more. So be it. They're cheap enough. So, gone through, put these on. I'm going to take the new ones and coat them up with some engine assembly lube, just to be cautious. I'm going to change the oil on this thing too, because pulling the dipstick out, yeah, you know what? It looked kind of questionable, so yeah. So we'll check that out, check the filter, cut it open, see what it looks like, and go from there. So we got the oil draining out. It actually looks pretty good, but we'll see if there's any metal flakes or anything in it here. So we're gonna let that drain out, and then I'm gonna check it over and see what else we got wrong with it. Well, you can see I got them all off. No good. No good, no good, no good, just by looking at them. The rest of them, they're shiny on the top. I don't know what they look like on this side. They got a wear groove on there. So, I'm going to have to order up some more because those are no good. I'm assuming the other side's going to be no good either. So, while we're waiting for that oil to drain, we still have a bunch of parts we need to put on this, and we have a bunch of wiring we need to clean up. It's just kind of all over the place. Now, what I'd like to do is hook up this relay inside this fuel pump spot where the original fuel pump relay ends up going, and have it trigger the fuel pump. There's a couple other things I want to do, make looms and have this relay not just dangling there, but we got to get there first. We got to make sure it was running. Now we know it's running, and we got to clean it all up. This main trunk harness too that goes to the motor, I want to build some kind of a bracket that holds it in place, holds it up off the steering rod turner thing. And what else do we got to do? Oh yeah, we got to wire in the fan. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Let's get into it. Well, here's where I'm at. Kind of rewired the hole underneath of this. Move that relay that was over here down to underneath here, kind of tucked it out of the way. Went ahead and plumbed in my fuel pump to this relay, so now it's on a fusible length. This 30 amp right here was for, let's see here, was for the right rear fog. What I did is I hooked up on that 30 amp right there. A wire goes down to my cooling fan. So theoretically, what should happen is off of this edge of this relay, I put a ground, which is that one hanging off right there. We hit the key, everything should light up, make some noise, hear the fuel pump kick on. But also, we ground that out, the cooling fan should kick on. So let's give that a whirl. Well, we're good there. And Go. Cool. Well, that did work. So now we got less wires hanging out. Kind of gonna go through and still tuck some stuff in and out and about. But the biggest thing is with this is that can be our trigger wire now. Come off of our computer, and we'll just tie these two wires together. And when the computer says, "Hey, you're getting hot," kick that on through the relay. Well, there is what it is, all buttoned up, cleaned up. Slice this thing. It's gonna sit on here, I don't know, something like that, hopefully. Yeah, then enough room for my hinge to move up and down, hopefully. I think the way I'm gonna fasten this is just get a bolt, put it in there and eat it through and call her good, or I don't know, maybe I'll do a hinge type thing. Yeah, maybe that'll be better. Hinge it off of that or something, I don't know. Good enough. Wiring's done here anyway. So now that the wiring's all done, look what showed up. Got me tires. Got me little meats for this bad rig. Of course I went with the Niddles. Duh. Had to go with Niddles. These are a, what size are they? They're a 205, I don't remember. 205 50 15. And they're gonna replace this 205 75 15. So we're gonna, I don't know, you're not gonna be able to see it. We're gonna have a skinnier sidewall instead of that, but pretty much same width on the front. The back's gonna be a little bit also, but I went with a smaller tire because eventually I'm gonna put a lowering kit or lowering springs on this truck. I don't want it too bad. I'm probably just gonna do the springs and the tires, and that way it'll give me that stance that I want. But you know, I think those will look good. So I got those. Push rods showed up. Get these installed. I gotta run out, get those things mounted. I gotta get oil for an oil change. We gotta button all this back up, and we should be able to fire this thing up. Oh, I still gotta put the gas pedal in a seat, but at least fire it up, hear it run. Hopefully it's running fine, and we will get it out of the garage for the first time in quite some time. So let's get on getting some stuff done. And by the who, that's the oil that I pulled out of it. It was, you know, it's pretty black. So we had a lot of gunk in that engine still, which is good. I was planning on changing it anyway, but we'll get into slicing the oil filter up here in a little bit. But first steps, second, get that done. So since I already went through the whole process of torquing it down and whatever else, I'm not gonna go through. The only thing I am gonna do is on the tip of each one of these, I'm gonna coat the rocker with some engine assembly lube, so that way we're not on a dry start when they get in there. So I'm gonna get all these buttoned up and do my spinny thing, get everything lashed up, and so tires drop, getting some supplies, and hopefully they're done sooner than later. Well, got the tires. Yeah, then we're gonna be little baloney skins on there where I mount them up. I'm gonna check over the rotors, pop the caps off, grease the bearings, make sure those are all good. We're not seized up, so that's a plus. Then on the back side here, we looks like I already rebuilt this one. You know, psst. Not gonna worry about that. But yeah, these tires are just gonna be small. Yeah, small. But It might look all right when I get her dropped down. If not, we'll find some different ones, all right? Well, holy Santa Claus S. There it is. We got little skinnies on it. I'm not sure about those. Backside is small as well. But first time this truck has been on all four non-blown out wheels with a motor in it quite some time. Got the motor all put back together. Blop, 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 blop. Water pumps put on. All the hoses are ready to go. Got the gas pedal in. Got a seat in here right now. Forgot I had tilt in this thing. That's nice. I did go ahead and delete some wiring that's in here. Not needed. I have my copper line that I'll eventually hook up for my oil pressure gauge. Ran through in here, but we're to the point now. Fire up the battery, let it run, get up to operating temp. Make sure that water pump holds, make sure it doesn't overheat. And I think go test drive this bad boy. First time, long time. Let's do our fire test. Since I'm going to run this thing quite some time, well, hopefully go take it for a spin. I'm going to tighten those up. You can see my expert battery tie down. Of course you got a dead battery. Why the hell would... Why isn't the fuel pump kicking on? Can't kick on now? Wire for the fuel pump came out, you know, because now we're working. Let me button this back up and get ready after it. Okay. Of course, we got a blizzard going on outside, but what the hell? Check the oil. Well, that ain't good. So at this rate, maybe we should just still see if it'll do a burnout. So I guess at this point, we're going to pull the motor out. Because that ain't good. But let's get on this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Maybe what you guys do. If you got an LS for sale, let me know. One that doesn't sound like that. Great. Thanks everyone. See you later.